Why do I make these videos? To make money. Another reason why I make these videos is because a while ago I figured out which problem of the world I would like to contribute to solving. And here's the gist of it. I believe that somewhere in the future, not sure exactly when, and I don't think anybody knows for sure, but not too far into the future, because of advancements in technology, it will no longer, in the developed world at first, of course, not for everybody at once, not for all 8 billion of us at once, it will be optional to work to earn a living. And people will have a bunch of free time on their hands because their necessary needs will be met. So I think because of automation and if you know, robots. Let's put it that way, Judas. I can expand to that further. I can actually explain what this image means actually. If you've seen the movie, then you know. And it's Tesla's Optimus inspired. So now you know. But for those of you that didn't see the movie, then topic for another video. No, wait, you know what? I'm gonna explain it right now. This image represents this topic that I'm gonna talk about today. I'm gonna explain it first and then represent it with the image. So people not actually having to work, not actually having to earn a living, will put us all in a position where we'll have a lot of free time on our hands. Because, like, for example, let's say, imagine for a second that housing, food, and all that stuff is covered, and you don't need to sort of go get a job to survive. Some people already have the situation, but I'm talking all of us. I'm talking all of us. If you're a millionaire watching this, sorry, we'll talk about the rest of us first, and thank you. So I think that today, most of us, there's a plane coming. I'm not sure if the microphone is picking this up, so I'm gonna wait a second. You can skip the video, I'm not cutting this, okay? Fast forward the video, I mean. So, what I was gonna say, I think most people are not prepared to have a lot of free time on their hands, because you can go try this out actually yourself. If you go ask people what their goals are, what do they want to do, in my experience, I haven't asked a lot of people, but in my experience, a person would say they give a vague response, right? Like not very specific, or maybe it's not like really long term, or and because of that, I think a lot of us will be susceptible to become to have what I heard someone say, a crisis of meaning, that in the sense that we no longer need to do things, so now what do we do, right? So if you don't have your stuff together, you could end up in a situation where you resort to maybe, I don't know, drugs, or the advanced virtual reality to which we are advancing to with video games, and become sort of this Wall-E society where we live in a, Wall-E, the movie, we become those fat people, right? So that's kind of one scenario. The other scenario would be to actually be driven towards something and have a very tangible goals in life to which to move towards, which ground you in reality and don't lure you into going into fantasy land, into virtual reality, which I think is probably going to be the drug of choice. Not that it's wrong, because here's an important point. It's if you go one direction or in the other, it's fine. If you decide to do it, it's fine, right? uh, if people have free will or not, that's kind of a topic that goes outside of the topic of the scope of this video. So that's pretty much the gist. So helping people. So I think in my situation right now, a first step towards solving this problem with the resources that I have today is helping people become more owners of their time. Not in the make money, be your own boss type of way, but in the way of maybe gaining a bit more control over their social media usage, their internet usage. Imagine being able to, maybe you can do it right now, but imagine being able to do what you say that you're gonna do. Okay? You at night, you write down the things that you'll achieve, and when you'll achieve them, in the short term, let's say like tomorrow I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna read a book, whatever, and then the next day you barely get distracted, or you don't get distracted at all, and you get everything done. Of course that life happens, but within reason. So I've been able to achieve some of that success, and I think most people, or a lot of people that I see, don't really have that. So being able to share that, to sort of put us on the path to a goal driven, to a purpose driven life. So when automation comes up and we don't really need to do anything anymore, we're ready and we don't go crazy. So that's pretty much the gist. So the image again represents the entity in the middle represents Tesla's Optimus, the humanoid robot, if you don't know it, which represents the robots, the advancements in technology, the catalyst with which humanity ceases to need to work to eat and to and on each of its hands, on I don't remember which, on one hand he's got the blue pill. If you've seen the Matrix, you know where I'm going with this. But again, on the one hand he's got the, I don't know if this has been, yeah, anyways, I'm going to go. On the one hand he's got the blue pill. The blue pill represents Fantasyland. The blue pill represents not staying in a dream, not facing reality. In this specific scenario would mean virtual reality. Yeah, the Wall-E guys. Being the Wall-E guys, right? Sort of not having purpose and resorting to, like, in order to escape from existential crisis, you go to this. Okay, so that's pretty much the blue pill. And the red pill would mean choosing to stay in reality, and in this camp, with all the pain that it involves, but also with all the truth, right? It will be the pursuit of truth, the pursuit of reality, being able to stay in reality, to and in this camp, people like, I don't know, Elon Musk would be in this camp, to expand the escape and scope, yeah, whatever, that thing that he says, of consciousness, right? So that will be that camp, and I lean more towards this side, or at least I believe right now in this part of my life. But here's the thing: I'm not gonna try to sort of, I'm not gonna guilt people into going this way, because, like, in the end, if the thing is enabling people to decide, right? So it's not that if you go here by your own choice is wrong, okay? So, but in my view, I think this one might yield more satisfaction over the long term, maybe. So this channel is about presenting people with, like, equipping people with the ability, or making them wake up to the fact that they have this sort of, within the realm of concepts, they have this choice. If we have choice, or we don't have the ability to, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's pretend that we have choice for the sake of the logic of this video, because on some level it makes sense. I'm speaking a bit louder here because the plane, I don't know if this is gonna, yeah. So yeah, going back to reality, to the moment. I see that a lot of people are very, and I say this with respect, okay? Because I am one of those people. I've advanced on that issue, but and I've gotten way better. But I think we're too weak. I don't know if the word is willpower, but I think we're too weak to live in a world where we have complete full control of our lives. In the sense that if they give us like 5 years of our lives for free, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to work. How many people do you think would have like a list of things that they want to do, or a plan and a conviction to follow it? Or how many people do you think would have that versus people that just would go on vacation or whatever, and then they would get bored, right? Or resort to, maybe, I don't know, to the short to put it succinctly, to gratify the short term over the long term. And again, I mean, if that works for them, that great. But I think that it's important to choose, right? To be able to choose. So yeah, I don't think I have too much to add to this video. I'll probably make this a version of this video a bunch of times over the years. Motorcycle. Yeah, I can't wait for stuff to be electric. Yeah, where I live right now, things are not electric. But yeah, topic for another day. I think, as I was saying, I think I'll make this video a bunch more times in the future, so I better get practicing, because this is very important. This is kind of the crux of the mission of that I put myself into after a lot of internal work, actually. And I would like many of you to be able to do that work for yourselves and figure out which of these two options you want, and within those two options, what will you do within those two options, but that it be yourself and not like a very obvious external factor like peer pressure or stuff you may see on social media, which is great, but there are better ways to use it, which I'll discuss in another video. Thanks for watching this far. I appreciate your viewership, and I'll see you on the next video, or maybe not. Bye bye.